Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In this video, we are going to create a lighting family and we're going to have four type options for diameter and height. So I'm going to start a new family. As most of the dimensions are in inches, I'm going to go with the imperial family and it's going to be a lighting fixture family. This one is good. Hit open. It's going to automatically add a lighting over there. If you look at it under edit, there are different options on how it's going to spread around. And if you go to family types, you see that you have different options here and in the Revit project later to go with different colors. Like this one is more like a red color. If we go with daylight fluorescent, for instance, it's going to be more like a white color. I'll hit OK so we can adjust it here and OK. So what we're going to do is to create this object. I'm going to go with a parameter for diameter and a parameter for height. Let's start by type option 1, which is 12 in diameter, which is for the base here, and 66 inches for the height. So here I'm going to go with reference plane. Half of 12 would be 6 inches, so I'm going to go with 6 inches. And right and left here, up and down here, I'll get di dimension here and here, and it's going to be equal. And the overall dimension here, which is 1 feet or 12 inches, I'm going to click on it, go with create parameter, and this is the diameter of the base of the lamp. I'll go with type and it's good. Feel free to type UN. For the units, I would like to change this under length to inches, two decimal places with a symbol for inches. OK and OK. Hit DI again. We're going to get a dimension here. It's going to be equal. And this from here to here is the same as diameter. OK. Now maybe I'll create the base. I'm going to check the front view. Before going on, you see that there is already a line where indicates the plane where the lighting is, right? So I'm gonna maybe change this to 33 inches and I'm gonna draw another reference plane 66 inches from the floor here. Hit escape, DI, from here to here, these two are gonna be equal and the overall dimension to here, this one is where I'll create and assign the parameter for height. Okay, and that's it. I can close these two other views. On reference level, I'm going to create an extrusion. I'll go with a circle from here to here, hit escape. I'm going to type DI, get the diameter for this circle, hit escape, select this value, and I'm going to say this value is going to be the same as my diameter. So finish it, go to front, and you see this here. I'm just going to say it's 1 inch thick. That's all, and that's what we have for the base here. And maybe I can assign a parameter for family, and I'm going to name this material underline finish. So this is the finish material of the lamp. Okay and okay. So see that so far, if I change this diameter, let's say to 10 inches or anything else, the circle is gonna follow that. I'll leave it on 12 inches. Okay. I'm gonna draw one reference plane 1 inch higher here, 1 inch here. Hit escape, DI. If you like this dimension, that reference plane will be locked to the base. So starting from here, maybe I'll have a smaller cylinder just to connect the lamp to the base. So I'm gonna go with, I'll go with create, set, pick a plane. I'm gonna pick this plane now, which is 1 inches above. Which view to the reference level if I go, I can easily create another extrusion. This one, maybe it's gonna be 2 inches is good. I don't want to make this a parameter. Either way, I'm going to keep it as 2 inches for the radius, and maybe this is as high as another 1 inches above. So this part is where it connects the base to the main part of the lamp. Okay, maybe I'll get another reference plane 1 inch higher here above this one. Hit escape DI. So this reference plane is locked to this one 1 inch above and this one to this one. So these two values will always remain 1 inch and 1 inches. Now for the next part, let's say maybe the edge of this lamp is 1 inches inside relative to the base. So I'm gonna go with reference level. I'm gonna type RP and I'm gonna say maybe 1 inches inside. And if you want it to be narrower, you can go with 2 inches. How about I try 2 inches on each end? Maybe this is more interesting. Hit escape DI. I'm gonna lock these 2 inches to the edge of the reference plane that refers to my diameter. And I'm gonna lock this other 2 inches here too. So no matter how you change this 12, it's gonna be 2 and 2. So if this 12, if I change it to 16, for instance, those reference planes stay 2 inches and 2 inches away from the main reference levels. I'll go back to 12. This looks good so far. And this is where on this side I'm gonna draw the rectangular shape of the lamp. Let's say maybe the thickness is a couple of inches. So I'm gonna go here, type RP. I'm gonna go maybe with picking the line 1 inch. 1 inch this side and 1 inch this side, so it's gonna be the thickness of that rectangular shape. I'm gonna get DI here, dimensions, make this equal, and from here to here is 2 inches. We can make it thicker or thinner if we want later. Next, I want to pick this line, this reference plane, and I'm gonna draw it on the front view. So I'll go with create, set, pick a plane, pick this one, go to front view, and here I'm gonna use an extrusion to create the main body of the lamp. I'm gonna pick this reference plane, this one, and this one, and trim them. So the edges of the rectangle are bounded to our reference planes. And next I want to use fillet for this edge. Maybe I'll go with a radius of 3 inches. So I'm going to get one fillet here, 2, 3, and 4. I thought it's going to be interesting if we also define the fillet as a parameter. So if I click here, make this temporary dimension permanent, I can select it, add a parameter or create one and name it fillet. Okay. So if I go with a scale, with a smaller scale, so I see a little bit better here, there we go. I want to click here, change this to permanent dimension, then click on it and go with the same fillet. 1, 2, and 2 more here. So one click here, make this permanent, click on it, make it to be the fillet parameter and this one. So later we can go with a smaller fillet if we change our mind. Select this and go with fillet. But all four should have the same fillet to be symmetrical. Okay, I'm gonna click on one of these fillet type HC, so temporarily hide category of notes and text, so I see a little bit better. Okay, now maybe I will go with offsetting 1 inch, or maybe I can just go with half an inch offset for the thickness of this black part. So I'm gonna offset inside 1, 2, 3, and all the 4 edges and the 4 fillets, all of them are gonna be offset. Check this box. And by the way, this material, if I go to the parameter here, is the same as the finished material. This box here also has the same as the finished material. So all these 3 objects so far have the same finished material. Okay. On the reference level, if I click on this and this extrusion that we just created, I want to drag it, move it up, and lock it to this other reference plane. Okay. Now I'm gonna also see this in 3D. This is how it looks like so far. And I'm gonna try a few things. One, I'm gonna go here. First thing I would like to check is the diameter. Let's see what happens if I go with 16. It's all responding, it's all good. If I change the fillet to 2, it's all good. If I change the height to anything else, it's still good. So I'll go with the basic values we have, 66 inches, 12 inches, and maybe 3 inches here. And it's so far completely parametric. I'll go to my front view. Inside here, I'm gonna need another thinner layer where the LED part of the light would go. So I'll go to my reference level. I'm gonna go with create, set, pick a plane, pick this plane again, go to the front view, and I'm gonna go with an extrusion. Make sure to pick the lines. I wanna hover the mouse around here, hit tab once or twice. There we go. All of them are selected. Even if you don't hit lock, it's gonna match it with that edge. I just wanna offset them inside by 1/2 inch or maybe 1/4 of an inch. So 0.25. I'm gonna hit tab. There we go. So we're gonna offset this inside. This is gonna be the LED material. I'm gonna finish this for the material. Let's assign a different material type. Material underline LED. This is gonna be LED material. Okay and okay here. And let's take a look at it. It's all good. I'm gonna see it in 3D. I'm gonna see it on reference level. Select this, just like the other one, match it to this other reference plane and lock it. Let's see in 3D. Now I'm gonna try a few things. If I go here, change the diameter to 16. Now you see that it's not matching, right? So I'll go with OK. I'll go to my front view. I'm gonna edit this extrusion. I want to erase the one inside. And in order for this to match with it, whichever line I pick for this extrusion, I need to hit lock. First, I want to select these 4 edges, the 4 fillets, and hit lock here. That one is telling me the dimension would over constrain the sketch. That's fine. But make sure for the 4 fillets you lock them. I want to select this one, hit lock. So these 4 edges, even if we don't lock, it's not going to be important. It's going to automatically know that it's inside this. But the 4 fillets, we have to lock it. Now that it looks good, I'm going to offset inside by 0.25. There we go. Finish this. And now I'm gonna double check my family types diameter. I'll change it back to 12. Now it's all good. Any dimension you assign now, the fillet is gonna follow because we locked it. If you look from the front view here, it's all good. You can also check the height. If I go with, let's say 70, it's all working fine. I'll go back with 66 here and 12 inches. It's all good, and I have 2 materials. One is the material for LED. Everything else has the same finished material. One last thing, maybe I'll add a ring around here, and then we'll define the type options. So I'm gonna go to my reference or front view here, and maybe I'll select this extrusion that we had here. I'm gonna go with copy, paste to same place. Then I want to change its work plane to be here. So now it's going to copy it up here. Now I'm going to go and make this more like a ring, like this. So I'm going to go with edit extrusion. I'll go to my reference level. I'm going to click here and type HH for a second. So here, I want it to be 2 inches inside. I'm going to go with another circle inside. And what I would like to do is that I want to create another parameter. I want to type di for dimension, get this diameter here. And for this one, I'm going to create a new parameter, name it diameter of the ring. And here in the family types, I want to say diameter of the ring is going to be diameter minus 4 inches, minus 4. Right, hit apply, hit OK, finish this. Let's look at it here. And now if I change this to, let's say, 16 or anything else, it's always going to also match the ring with it. So I'll go back with 12. And on the front level, one other thing I want to do, I want to put half of this extrusion above and half below the line. So I'm going to go with half an inch here and minus half an inch here. And this one also is going to have the material of the finish. So this all looks good. Make sure to save your file. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it as a floor lamp with one backup. So now let's define these four type options. Number one is 12 depths, 66 height. Depth or diameter is going to be the same thing here, 12 and 66. So I'm going to create a new type, 12D by 66H. I can also put maybe the inches symbol here. This is my type 1. Hit apply. I want to make a new type. The second one is 12 by 36 in height. So for the second type, I'm going to change the height to 36 inches. That's good. Hit apply, then define the third one. The third one is 16 and 66. So I'm going to go with 16 inches for diameter and 66 here. Hit apply. And finally, the last one is going to be 16 by 36. So I'll go with 16 diameter, 36 height. So 16 and 36. Hit apply, hit OK. This is all good. Uh, Feel free to try it in a project. I already have a project here. I had my discs from the previous video, which you can follow. I created some disk here already. I can put this on shaded. Now I'm gonna load this into project and close. And these are the types that we created. And I'm gonna put this somewhere on the floor here. If I look at it, I can also assign material. I want to assign to the finish material, I want to assign the same material that I assigned to the finish of the table. You can watch this in a different video. And I'll go with the finish here. It was the table leg. Maybe I can rename this material later. I can name it finish material. And for the LED, I'm going to create a new material, rename it as LED. Then I'm going to go to the project browser. I'm going to look for emissive material. There we go. And we have some options here. I want to go with white LED. This is the lumens. This one should be good. I'm going to double click here. So now that material, which is an LED kind of material, is assigned. I'll hit OK and hit OK here. And if you click here, go to edit type, you can also take care of what type of lighting you like, which I think I already put it on some uh, white color rather than yellow one. So based on which one you select, you can have different lighting. The higher this temperature, uh, which is like 6,000, the more it's gonna look like white or a cool color. But if you see, if we go with some other yellow base colors, this number is going to be lower, such as here this is 2800. This yellow is warm color. When it goes to like 6000 kelvins, it's going to be more like white, and I like it more like white. Okay, And you can, if you want, you can check this. I can show and go with a crop region. I have saved this 3D view as a like 3D view already. And just to show you, if I take a quick render in here, this is how the LED is going to look like. And if I go with adjust exposure, you see that it's already having some lighting. You can always change the exposure value to become brighter or something, right? It's now too bright. Somewhere in between should be good. Maybe I'll reset it. Instead of 14, I'm gonna go with 13 and a half, hit apply. There we go. So the lower this number, the brighter it's gonna be. This was just to show how the lighting would work. Let me not crop the view. And you can also tag it. This is a lighting fixture. So if I go with TG for tag, annotate, tag, it's gonna ask me to load a tag for lighting fixture. And it's gonna be, if I go one step back, if it's not here or in architecture, it's gonna be under electrical, and I'm looking for a metric lighting fixture tag. This is what we have. Hit open. One click here, and I can click on it, and I can say in the edit type, the type mark is, let's say, lighting LT01. Hit OK, and that's what the tag is going to show. Just like the other tag, I might go to edit family, hit tab, select these lines, and I want to say go with invisible lines. Load into project and overwrite. And if I move, copy this here, and let's say I go with a different type, let's say one of the shorter ones, let's say 16 by 36. If I go with TG again and tag this one, you see that this is a different type, and I need to go to the edit type, and maybe this one is going to be my LT02, right? So these are the two lamps we have. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and find this helpful. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe for more videos.